the chat. I think Bryce said it best. This is the repeat of the 7th gen.
It is. All right. What's this is
And
not this is not
I
live.
called
It's
it.
pre-recorded. Okay. Go ahead. Now yeah, I'm recording this so to put an end to a channel so you guys can see. Okay, now you can talk about what we're talking about games.
And
All right,
I
then.
called
Well,
it.
hey, you're here.
Because now as I look at it, okay, by the time they launch, Switch gonna be at what 75, 80 million.
Give or take.
Yeah, so I'm thinking by the time y'all even get your foot in the door and get about 5 or 10 million sold within the first 6 months, they're gonna already be at 80, 90 million units. I mean, how do you plan on catching that? And we've already seen that games can be scaled. Look at The Witcher 3. Now, no developer can come out here and say, "Yeah, our game can't
That they
fit."
do.
Stop.
They do.
They
money,
do.
you know, money
That
had
call,
him.
that Call of Duty with 100 gigs.
Well, look, I already know what Call of Duty they're doing. That I truly believe Nintendo is also part of the reason that game has not come to the Switch.
What
I
game?
believe Nintendo had a choice, the Call of Duties, and Nintendo
Oh.
said, "Do we want our Splatoon to have competition?" No, probably not.
I mean,
Well,
Splatoon
would
2
they
is
even
like 3.
compare?
Splatoon 2 is 3 years old now, so
No, I mean, but think about it business wise.
They look
Although
different.
Nintendo may not, they may be okay with certain games coming to their
uh-oh,
console third
I hear
party.
Amber Alert.
You gotta ask yourself, is it really smart to have the world's most popular shooter going directly against your very first party shooter that's actually gained quite some popularity worldwide, and it's
Man, if you're
still
not paying
growing as of
money to
today.
have it on your platform, then I don't think it really matters. If you are, then you're stupid.
What? Because,
Eh?
One, you
If
have to.
you, yeah,
but
if you pay to have Call of Duty on your system,
I truly
then
believe it. I think that's part of the reason it hasn't come. And just like I also think that's part of the reason why we probably haven't got Grand Theft Auto. I know Rockstar also, being a bitch, more or less. But I think that Nintendo probably said, you know what? Nah, we're good over here. We're good.
Well, they always talk about they want to have all this third party support in like some previous presentation stuff. I mean, that would come off as contradictory.
No, not really. You forget a lot of businesses say things publicly, but they feel a different way privately. They make different moves privately. Nintendo may say something, yeah, we want third party support. They got tons of it, but let's be honest, they don't need all the third party games. They don't need them all.
Uh,
And if I was Nintendo, as
partly,
popular as Call of Duty is, let's be honest, comparing Call of Duty now in recent years to the way it was back on the 7th gen, the 7th gen COD was a lot better than the 8th gen.
there's no
Do you really want
surprises. There's no
Right.
a
surprises that
failing franchise?
shit.
But
I
then,
want to talk about I want to talk about the Sony. Let's talk about the Sony press conference. Did any of you guys watch it?
Oh, of
Or
course.
Only
no.
bits and pieces. And I was gonna say that no surprises that like the 7th gen, like you said, was good because what was the game? What was that card that came out on 7th gen? Black Ops 2, and that also came out on Wii U.
yeah, that was the only good.
Yeah,
That was,
and it's
well, that
and
wasn't that
and
wasn't the only good one. It was one of the few good
and
ones.
did you know that was the only major third party title and IP that did not get an 8th gen port?
Oh yeah, I know.
Remember, remember, Ghost came out on 7th gen and 8th gen, and then Black Ops 3 came out on both, but they said the 7th gen versions would not have a campaign. But Black Ops
right.
2 is the only was the only game that did not get 8th gen port. I mean, the Wii U was was 8th gen, but that game did not get ported to the other consoles. It did not. They just went ahead and went with Ghost and Infinite Warfare. But
Yep.
think about it. Is Black Ops 2 on the PS4 and Xbox One?
Not until they re-release
On,
it.
exactly. And that's to me, that was the pinnacle of it all. That they specifically made that game work for the Wii U because at the time it was the most powerful system in 2012. The other two weren't out yet. But you gotta ask yourself, if you're Nintendo and you got this successful shooter, your first shooter, and you came in, you blew the scene up, and it's still growing, would you want a failing IP to go directly against your game or even be
Yeah.
associated with it? Probably not.
Yes. I'm being sarcastic.
But they put Skyrim on the Switch, and the game is a mess despite all the accolades it's accrued.
Yeah, but Skyrim, you gotta think about what Skyrim has. Skyrim has a much more positive legacy overall. Call
Yeah.
of Duty was good. It's not anymore. Skyrim is still very popular and without much
Yeah.
complaint. People just accept it for what it is because
Oh,
it's
no,
been
no.
on every.
He has complaints, but it's not
I
just
said
people
without
are.
much complaint in terms of it's
It's
on
that it's that
everything.
one it's that one Western RPG that people look like talk about a lot.
It's one of those games that you can't really talk bad about. I mean, you can, but not to the extent that you can not play Skyrim. Even though I haven't played it that well.
Okay,
Yeah.
since Kanoshi said that. Now, did you watch it, Kanoshi? The Sony?
Yeah, I paid attention to it. I'm mostly interested in the aftermath of it. Like,
I read tidbits
I
based
didn't
off other
think
people.
I didn't think the information that they gave out the press conference was all that interesting. I thought, well, a lot of the stuff we already know about, and most of the games didn't look all that interesting.
Well,
all that interesting to me.
well, Kenoshi,
The
I
only
can tell you
exclusive
right
they
now
got
that
right now is Ratchet and Clank.
But
And I'm
the,
Ratchet and Clank playing, but I'm not gonna be buying a PS5 just for one
Kenoshi,
game.
the
whatever
absolute
you're waiting for, you actually got it. You
well,
actually got it because the aftermath was terrible.
yeah, the absolute quagmire that happened after the
Quagmire.
after
Giggity.
after, after the press conference was pretty incredible. The fact that a lot of their first party titles are going to be on PS4.
Yep.
They lied about the pre-orders. It feels like Sony is two different companies competing with each other.
Well, now they are
Well,
actually. Sony is actually in that age of the Sega Saturn right now
well,
because you got Sony America doing one thing, and you got them actually moving their headquarters to America. But when it comes to, and then of course they're embracing, what is it? What am I looking? The word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, censorship. That's not what Sony's about. But why are they embracing that?
Well,
well,
the thing is,
what?
they're a house divided, and
Well, well, what you're saying, Kenoshi, basically coincide with what Razor Fist has been saying that basically all their divisions are basically are competing with each other.
yeah, that's exactly who I'm getting it from because I've seen the actions that they've been taking these last few days, and it's just kind of like what the old saying, the old biblical saying, "A house divided can't stand," and Sony just seems to be a house divided.
And dude, when that first PS5 reveal came about, and they showed Miles Morales. Now I had just finished Spider-Man 4, probably a month prior to that on the PS4. I just finished it, and I actually enjoyed the game a lot. When I saw it, I said, "You pushing the visuals." I say, but this is DLC. I'm pretty damn sure because basically using the same map, Miles Morales is not in Chicago. Spider-Man is still in New York for one, so you're gonna reuse those assets. And I said, and someone said, well, they're gonna give Miles Morales his own powers or whatever. I said, dude,
Nope.
the suit powers you can unlock in the game on PS4, some of those actually simulate Miles Morales' powers. Three,
Especially electric webbing.
yeah, and plus three, they actually introduced him multiple times. You even played as him in the original game. I said, so to me, this is DLC. And I said, I even guess I say this is gonna come to PS4 because there's not enough install base to justify keeping it PS5 exclusive. What? Okay, if you got 100 million PS4s and the game sold, I think what 6, 8, no more than 10 million. Let's say 10 million. You sold a 10%. If this is going to be a launch game for the PS5, and let's say they sell 10 million with let's say in the first 3 months they sell 10 million PS5s, you can have 1 million games. It's not going to be enough to be profitable. It's not. They need that huge install base. And so when they announced that, oh yeah, it's coming to PS4, I already knew that shit. And then but then the Verge put like a little caveat. They say, yeah, although you won't get next gen features. I said, what features?
Ray tracing,
I
something
don't
about
care.
the controller.
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care about the only game that made me say, "Wow, ray tracing looks pretty incredible." As believe it or not, Minecraft. That's the only game so far I've seen with ray tracing. It's like,
But let me tell you this.
okay,
I'm
that's
willing to
pretty
bet.
cool.
I'm willing to bet money that only a few games will take advantage of ray tracing. It's going to be a half-ass advantage. I promise you that much. Because it's going to cost too much money to actually implement that full time in every game. And plus, it's too draining on the system resources.
Not really.
Yeah,
That's not how ray tracing works. That's not how it works.
I think it's like the opposite.
not
It's
even.
supposed to take away the strain a little bit.
What,
Yeah.
what about I know Shadow Fox said they're not necessarily even using real ray tracing or something like that. I don't know how to explain.
I don't know about that, but that's not ray tracing works the opposite way of what you guys what happened. You do need the sources of it will take more sources of like memory and the hard drive, but it takes less away from design. You don't have to design the reflections and stuff like that. It's
Takes
ray
away a
tracing-
little bit.
Does it
Takes
for
a
you?
little strain off of the processing.
Yeah, it's mostly the computer does the reflections and everything. So if you want a realistic shadow and all that other stuff, the computer designs it for you on the fly. That's what you design it for. You ain't got to do it yourself. Like when you
But my question has always been, let's say Miles Morales, right? So when you're swinging through the city, who is going to really stop while they're swinging through the cities to look and say, oh, I can see my shadows and reflections against the buildings in the middle of
Oh,
this
I'm pretty
fight?
sure. I'm pretty sure you can do that with the Spider-Man base game. Maybe if you play it on a pro, that there's a
No,
little
no,
point. Most of the
no,
buildings inside are empty.
you
no.
just remind me
In other words,
about the reflection of the puddles in the water.
no, but what I'm talking about from an objective standpoint. Like for example, when you play, let's say if you're playing Uncharted, do you really get mad because you can't see the hairs on Nathan Drake's fingers or hands? Do you really get
I
mad at
do.
that?
I do.
Aren't these the same people who were comparing grass?
Yeah, but I'm thinking to myself, when you playing a game, I never cared that I couldn't see the detail in Spider-Man's suit when I'm playing the game. Even the
I wanna shoot
cutscenes
this
when they showed the
device.
detail, I said, "Oh, that's cool." It lasts for a moment, but after that, I
Is
don't
it
care. I never
I,
reminded myself, "Oh man, the details in the suit are so awesome." I
now?
never cared.
Now, unless you're the type of the person that wants a real up close shot or camera shot while actually playing doing the fight scene
But
and all
but
of that.
but see, that defeats the purpose. If you're playing a game, which most games are in third person, you can't have real up close shots and be in third person and still play the game effectively. That's nigh impossible. So basically, you got to pick your battles. If you're gonna make a third person game, you shouldn't focus so much on the details of the characters themselves so deeply. The details of the world matter the most. But see, to me, when I was swinging through the buildings, like I said, I just finished this game recently.
Those kind of
I
thing
never
about
once said, "Man, why ain't there no reflections on the windows?" I never cared. I'm trying to get to my next destination. I'm trying to see him flip through the air. I don't give a fuck about the reflections.
now here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're doing something like a murder case, or you're doing something like
Yes, then it makes sense.
you do something
Yeah.
like
LA Noir.
any noir murder case, or
or
like
Batman Arkham.
that's one a Batman game, or like
Lego City or something.
no Sniper Elite, where you're like, okay, I only could see the reflections, so I can figure out where the angle is to shoot the gun to sniper the person, stuff like that. That makes
Oh,
sense
yeah.
with a lot of that makes a lot of stuff with the ray tracing.
Yeah, but
Yeah, really.
but those games have detective-like moments in them. But other than that, I agree with you. You're
I'm
100%
just giving,
right.
yeah, I'm just giving the
But,
game. That's all.
but but most games don't do that. So you created this feature, and most of the games that people talk about today are there reflections in GTA 5? I don't think so. In Xenoblade Chronicles X, people complain about there being
Basis.
static shadows. No one gave. I didn't care. As big as that world was, I didn't care. That world was too beautiful for me to bitch about some shadows that never move. I don't care.
Or the sun and the moon that doesn't move.
PlayStation 5 pre-order with controller, Miles Morales, Demon Soul, $709.96. Yeah.
Hell no.
Oh wow.
Hell no.
I ain't buying a PlayStation 5 until 2025. How about that? When that bitch is $250 and it comes with Miles Morales and every other major first party title
Dang.
bundle in for free.
I'm still trying to get PS4, but I've been using a PS3 a lot. Seems like ever since the PlayStation 1, it's been steadily going downhill in terms of what it offers. The point where it's just smoke and mirrors. Buy this box
Really?
because
The PS2 wasn't the
status.
pinnacle?
I would say PS2 was a pinnacle. Then it went downhill. And even now, but I'm telling you, wait until the month of November, you're going to see a $200 PlayStation 4 bundle. And it's probably going to have 3 or 4 games you want.
Well, the thing is, I already got the games I want. I was using my brother's PS4, but yesterday the situation's getting weird where I have not been able to play on that PS4.
And trust me, you'll be able to get one. And I'm almost certain it will be $200 to $250. $200 base or $250. Because I think even last year, they had the 1 terabyte model for I think $2 or $225. And I got mine at 2016 for $200, and because Amazon had a deal, but I just price matched at Best Buy, but it was $200, and it came with I think 3 or 4 games. I got Uncharted 4, Last of Us Remastered, Ratchet and Clank, and I think one other game I got. But yeah, I got all that stuff with it for about $225, brand new.
Quick question: can I somehow transfer data from one PS4 to another? 'Cause
Yeah,
I've used it more than my brother has.
yeah, you can. You can actually
Okay.
transfer your entire. You can actually, you can take your game saves and even all your gameplay videos and stuff, and save it to a flash drive you want.
I
And
haven't
then
got any videos, but I do have a lot of data.
if you
I
got
don't think
data, put it on a
I
flash
don't
drive
think
and
I've
put it.
seen my brother beat any game on the PS4. Usually I see him trying to play Hotline Miami, but always dying someplace, never making progress. And well, I'm feeling like most of the games I got for the PS4.
I got you. All right.
How
Well,
many?
like I said, what Sony did was the reverse of Nintendo. If they just said, "Hey, we got games, whatever," but Nintendo, of course, like we had a podcast back in 2016. These games are gonna come to. These games are gonna come
PS4.
to the Switch. We know no, these games go to the Switch, but PS4 is like, well, we've got a lot of exclusives, and then most of them gone to PS4. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So why?
But
Why? Why?
We
I
at
guess
Sony,
technically,
no,
I
we
guess
at
you could say
Sony,
technically PlayStation exclusives without the numbers, then not too
yeah,
much lying. But they say PlayStation 5 exclusives when they're not.
I would say we at
Now,
Sony,
I
we
know a lot
believe
of
in
people who are
generations.
waiting to pre-order the PlayStation
Whatever.
5 just to get Madden or actually no, just Madden. That's about it. They don't really care about anything else on offer. But then again, they're not that smart.
yeah,
I say
Dude, if
I
anyone
wouldn't
that will
doubt.
buy Madden after what just happened with 2021, I'm telling you, they're a fool. But I know still 5 million people gonna buy that game automatically.
Cognitive dissonance.
Most of my co-workers bought that game, and not just the black ones.
See what I mean? Hey, it's like I just said, cognitive dissonance.
Anyway, so that's what Sony. Anything else you saw that was interesting, Karoshi? Because look, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna lie to nobody. I was not gonna buy. Wait, I was not gonna buy no PlayStation 5. I've said that multiple times before.
Anytime soon.
I was gonna buy PlayStation 4, so PlayStation 4 looks more entertainable now than if I wanted to. I'm not gonna do it this year, but I'm just saying. And last but not least, I didn't see nothing that really stand out that made me say I gotta go get me a PlayStation. Just like when people say what they say with the Switch. I know I was gonna, like I said, I get what I know I was gonna get Nintendo style games, which I have gotten. So there's nothing that stand out. I may want to get a PlayStation 4 as of yet. I mean, PlayStation 5 as yet. The price and everything, no. I don't want what I would want. I'm not spending that much money for a console.
Yeah, the thing
Yeah.
is, we,
Really,
I know
about the
it's stating the
features?
obvious at this point, but if you got a PC, then you're good to go. But I got a PC, and even on there, there's not really too much on the horizon that's making me salvage. There's a
Here's
few
what
games
Well,
here and there,
the
but
thing,
and
the only game
well,
the only game I that the only game that interested me was the Harry Potter game. But even I'm gonna keep my expectations tempered because Harry Potter games usually trash.
Ooh.
At the end of the
all
day,
I'm
I
gonna
think
say is I'm surprised they came out with that announcement concerning what's going on. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
all
yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah. Okay.
one announcement.
With J.K.
Purge!
Rowling. J.K. Rowling.
Uh,
What's going on with
uh,
her?
I,
Anyway,
I really do think that I think Sony really did want to price this system at the same price as the PS3, but when their Xbox leak came out, they had to follow suit, or they're going to follow the same way Xbox did in the beginning of HN.
well, it
And
seems like a lose-lose situation. Either charge too much, make a loss on it, or undercut the price and make a loss on it.
yeah, I know it was
Yeah,
going to
so
be
which
bad for them
one did
either
you get
way,
lost?
but people think that, and Sony tried to lie and say this is the price point they had this whole time. Quit lying, because if $500 was your price point this whole time, that would have you would have got credit from two ways. One, you would have came in at a lower price than your 7th gen system, which is great. You would have then came only $100 higher than your 8th gen console, which is still it's not terrible. That wasn't the price you had in mind. I really do think they want to charge $5.99 or $6.99 for the one with the disc, and $100 cheaper for the one without it.
yeah. Okay. I got you. So, hey, like I said, I'm not trying to be whatever, but I'm just like I said, that's what it was. I didn't watch it. Kanoshi did, and we talked about it. So, but let's talk about something that I am interested about. Just being 100% honest, not gonna lie. So we had two directs.
Oh hell,
Oh,
Yep.
no.
Yesterday.
And we got another one on the way on the 28th of this month. 2
26.
direct in 1 month.
We
26.
do.
26.
Yeah. Yeah, the
I didn't.
Hyrule
Oh,
Calamity Warriors.
No, actually, you're wrong. You're wrong, Anderson, because these mini directs or don't count as directs because they're not full directs.
Whatever.
Whatever.
No,
So we've
no,
had
no,
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 we've had no directs.
we did. No, we did had one as a full direct, but again, it's on the screen right now. But let's talk about it like that. So we had a mini direct again with the partners showing off some stuff. Now the beginning of it was pretty cool, and there's stuff. I mean, for the games in there that people again, if all these directs happened between August and September was in the E3, people would have been like, okay,
God,
but it's not.
camera.
So right now we have this guy is 6 coming to coming to the
There's a demo
Switch.
out now, right?
Demo out, and they're giving you they also try to do the complete for 5. So they have that.
Yeah, that demo was
I-
pretty fun.
I need to reprint that because that bitch is hard to find. The last time I saw it in stores was when they had it for $20. I think back in 2018.
Well,
I
that's
went
your
to
fault.
store. They were sold out,
That was your
and then I
fault.
couldn't find that. I went to
Hey,
store the
you
day
waited out.
of. It was no. I went to store the day of to get it. They had some, and they said it had sold out. I said, "Damn! Well, I'll wait till you get some in stock and I buy the game." They never got any back in
That's your
stock.
fault.
I was gonna say, no, going back to real quick what you were saying about, you're not buying a PS5 no time soon because this, that, and the third. It's funny, people don't have no problem saying that about Nintendo systems. I'm not buying because it don't do this, it don't do that, it doesn't make me popcorn.
let's not even
say that.
well, let's not say that because again, the number one Nintendo's Switch sold the most in the U.S. this August, or this past. So people are buying it.
Now that's impossible.
So we ain't gonna worry
Keep
about
saying that.
Yeah.
Why are you
So-
making up lies, man? It's all about PlayStation, nothing else.
Yeah, but you need more material. You can't keep saying it's in pussy brew. Pussy brew.
Yep.
People might think you're mental or something.
They're bringing back golf to the Switch, which PGA Tours for those who's
Oh,
been
yeah.
out for a while, so they're bringing it back. You have the usual stuff. I'm not sold on Wonderland yet.
Really?
It just interests me. I'm like, because it's like,
Which one is that again?
it's the closest thing to a new Nights in the Dreams.
Yeah, because
That's what it reminds me of.
It reminds me of
Yeah,
that, but it's
Because
just
Yuji Naka's at the helm.
I got you. It's just I'm not there yet. I'm just saying no, and also that running animation does just so bad.
I will
It's like
say,
it's like Trials of Mana, but worse because at least it looks like you're literally just walking on ice. It's so weird.
I
will-
love the
I will
power, the
say-
power glove.
yeah, I would say that running animation literally reminded me of Nights into Dreams back in the Saturn, because it's like it's literally the same animation from back then.
Okay. But I'll wait and see. It's March of next year, but I'm not there yet. I'm just saying. Not there yet.
I just stand for
Yeah,
everything.
That's a good art style too. Like how the levels look.
Very
Yeah.
colorful
Yeah,
indeed.
Yeah, let's wait and see, or pre-order now and then wait and see.
But hey, I'm not against the game being there. I'm just saying that just for me, it just didn't sold me on that. Heck,
Mhm.
I'm more sold on Rune Factor 5.
Yeah. You get some. You get. Yeah. You hear that? You get to marry your waifu.
Oh Lord. Only you is
Yeah, not surprised coming from you, Bright.
I know, right? Jeez.
You need more material.
Yeah, grow up, get to marry your waifu. You know.
Yeah, but again,
Isn't that the ultimate dream?
man,
I'm
I
pretty
like the
sure
art-
it's gonna scare a lot of people off.
Well, like I said, I like the art style. Like you said, I do like the. I like that it's again an RPG with a lot of stuff to do. Still like that.
Yeah,
Another one.
farming.
Yep. And another one I will say is again I understand what Anderson is saying too with but Ori just 1 and 2 is gonna come, physical and everything. Ori in the Blind Forest, Whisper and everything is coming to the Switch. So hey, yeah. I just wish that the director wasn't being a jerk, but hey, I get what you're saying, Anderson. I'm kind of on your side, but I'm not.
Yeah, that's awful.
I never said the game was never a bad game. It looks like a really interesting game. I just wish the director. Some of it is go back to what I always say. Hey guys, just shut your mouth. Don't say stupid shit.
That's also my hang up with Hat Girl on time. Yeah, that's also my hang up.
I mean, had in time.
I know, and time. I know separate art from artists, but sometimes you gotta not do that.
Get you. So that was the mini direct for the partners. That's what that was. But right after that, we got a full direct, which was we got exclusive from Capcom with Monster Hunters.
Monster Hunter. 2 Monster Hunters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, after the Ace Attorney guy left Capcom and they're not banking under their other IPs, what else do they have at this point? I ain't
So-
complaining though, as long as it's good.
So Monster Hunter Rise is the new game they're talking about. I like what they did.
Interesting. Yes.
This is an interesting game, of course, and again, Trip is like that's the one he's more interested in. So no disrespect for that. I like that they gave you this
What disrespect?
I like the whole
Oh, what kind of disrespect? I don't see no disrespect here.
okay. Yeah. I like that. I like how they're trying to make it. It makes sense being a ninja and looking to see where that what do they call that fly again?
What was crap? Was something bug? Oh,
Yeah, wire bug.
exactly.
I like to see what you could do with that. So that's interesting. I'm not like I said. I like it that they made it like also ninja. They go walk up the walls and everything like basically he's like Naruto in a way. I'm more saying
Yep.
Naruto. It is. So Pretty cool.
Actually, I was also intrigued that you can use that very same wire bug for traversing
And fighting.
the area to do combat in it.
Yeah, which is good. I like that. And I do like how, what is it? Do we see the full extent of what this game looks like? It gonna have the faces look a certain way, people make it. But you know what? I like it when people make ground up games from anyways. So shout outs for them for doing that. Of course, if you want, and then also they're putting to make it more live action that even the animals fight each other in the wild if they come up against each other, which is cool.
Yes.
Attention to detail. That was
Yeah.
probably something for something else.
And here's a-
Nintendo, take note.
I got you, Trip. You have that. But I'm sorry, the one that really got me up in arms and made me say, hell yeah, is of course the one after that, which is of course Monster Hunter Story 2. Because
Stories.
I like Monster Hunter Story 1, the first one on the DS. I bought it. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. Did I?
You bought it for me, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a really good game, and I like the story of it not being like the way they set it up. It's not that kind of game. It's just like you're the writer and you got to do your stuff now. Because as soon as I saw the whole, I mean, when I saw the animation, I was like, maybe I didn't think of Monster Hunter. I think of something else. I already did. But when I saw the Ragalos, and when I said, no, when I saw the Ragalos and when I saw when it said the Kingship Stone, I was like, oh. That is what I think it is. The Kingstone. I know what that means. And so it wasn't so good enough that Monster Hunter 1 so good enough that it made it a sequel, which is and it went all out on this one. This is fully animation up, Breath of the Wild style of that kind of cell shaded animation, everything. I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
And the amiibo. Oh yes.
Yep.
Oh please.
And again, both games crossplay in certain ways as well. So they didn't say it, but they said stuff in one game will go in another game. And I would like to see what the story is for me because they said this is 100 years past the original story game. So I would like to see that.
A lot
Oh, kind of like the other game. Kind of like that other game that got announced this month.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild. And
Age of Calamity.
No, I was gonna say both of them, like Breath of the Wild and Age of Calamity. So yep, I am happy for this. This is a game I'm looking forward to. So Capcom, you got me to look forward for a game. Awesome. And
Yep. Who knew?
that's it. Yep. Monster Hunter Stories 2. Oh yeah. Wings of Ruin. Summer of next year. So I am down with that. And like I said before, I have a lot of games for other people, and that was the Monster Hunter Direct with 2 games. So that was the direct. So it was 2 directs in 1. So dang. These bombs keep dropping.
I know people still say that there's nothing to play, but me, I got plenty to look forward to. Enough that I still got to fight them. Enough that I have to fight to see next year.
I mean, I literally have, like I said, I have. I pre-ordered the Samurai Jack physical, the Wizard of Legend. What's the other game? Wizard of Legend, Blastmaster 1 and 2, Shantae, and Yee's Origins from limited game runs. That's 6 games. Then I just got my Mario, which we'll talk about a little bit before we finish this up. I just got Mario All Stars. Just got that. I got Rise of Canal, as Anderson just said. We still have Bowser's 3D thing. So that's what? That's
Bowser's Fury.
Bowser's Fury with Mario 3D World. And then I have Trials of Cold Steel 4. I have Yee's 9. I have Trials of Cold 4, Yee's 9. I have Captain Tsubasa. That's what I'm gonna get for my birthday at the end of the month. Like that's 12 games right there.
Still nothing.
Everybody's complaining. There's still nothing to play.
And
Like,
we
all right, whatever.
exactly. We still and then look, hell, I gotta say it because again, I'm gonna go through this at the end of the year. 2020 was a bad year for a lot of things. I hope you don't get it worse, but that's me just hoping. But yeah, prepare for the worst as well. My grandmother's saying is, but
Oh, yeah.
Prepare for
after
the worst.
yeah, but when it comes to games, like hell, this year I bought more beat 'em ups came back this year like anything. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So ridiculous. They just released one. They just released one this morning, which is just the beat 'em up from the people who did
Gunman
Gunman
Clive.
Clive. Yeah,
I think it was something Punch
Super
Task or
Punch.
something. No.
Yeah, I think
Oh
it's
yeah,
Super
Super
Punch.
Punch.
And then and of course you have the one game. Okay, the story I don't like, but I just like beat 'em ups. So and we have what is it again? Brian Kilman Save the World. What's the name of it?
Scott
Oh,
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah, Scott Killer, the rest of the world. Again, story's stupid, but I like just have to beat him up. Ain't no way I'm gonna go all out for a bitch that had all these 7 different daggone boyfriends. Say, bitch, where you been all around with all these dudes?
Like, nah.
Nah.
You're too much
Tell
of a
that to the
hassle.
install base.
Fucking weirdos. Ain't fighting for no chick that have 7 different boys, and they coming to attack me. Get the frig out of here. And I'm just a dude going around punching stuff and they have powers? What kind of crazy shit do you be doing to these guys?
Well, it is based on a comic from Canada, and they're weirdos up there.
Ah, the widows all over the
Oh.
world. But I'm just saying, but I'm just saying there's so many beat 'em ups that just came in. That genre just like reflourished this year.
So many beat 'em up, so many racing games, some flight simulators have come back.
Well, we have the king of flight simulators got released this year, which was Microsoft's flight simulator.
Yes.
The real deal. And if you want to get that for your PC, you want a physical, get ready for those 12 discs.
Also, get ready for those.
You're right.
You better build yourself a truly beastly PC because this is the crisis of this generation.
Yeah, the sucky part about it is always online. That's the only thing. I'm like, why? Why y'all do that stuff?
It's
Yeah,
because it's the future.
But
I thought of you when
I know why. Really, to be understandable, but I just don't like it always being online. But go ahead, Curtis. Sorry, what you saying?
I said I thought of you when I saw the Microsoft Flight Simulator. I figure since you like planes a lot.
Yeah,
figure
I
you
would
would
like.
pick it up.
Yeah, well, I might. I still might. 200. I mean, the PC right
Well,
now.
I do know a guy.
200 and I will get, like I said, 12 discs, a lot of gigs. And I know why they, and again, I know why they have always online, because to update the visuals of the world, which is they're trying to do as best as they can to make it match the real world. That is a daunting task.
Yeah, that's why it's such a graphically intensive game.
Yeah. And speaking of that, that's why a lot of people right now are bitching and angry because the 380 from Nvidia, that right now is basically sold out everywhere.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I was not surprised.
First,
I was not surprised.
I figure it was going to be sold out.
Yeah, but I'll say this though:
you guys
for the first time, I am not surprised because of course the partner boards have not been out yet. It's just the founders right now. But I'm looking at the reviews. I have no problem buying the founders. I know when they talk about the whole it's storing heat up to see. I use water cooling from a different part of my PC, the way I do my PC, so it will not affect my CPUs. I exhaust my CPU fan power. Not the one I have right now, but in most PCs that I've always built, I always use my CPU as an exhaust thing to take away the heat from it. I never use it as to bring in air to turn it down. I don't like that. I never did that. I use fans in front to pull in fresh air. I use the CPU to vent. Use the vent. Use the top of the CPU so you could vent out the CPU, out of the case to vent out. And I have an exhaust fan in the back. Just pull what the air from the inside is. I mostly try to go as much as negative, not as much as a little negative than positive pressure in my PC. So
Right,
that it
right.
pulls out. So with the bypass fan in the Founders Edition, it wouldn't affect my CPU that much. So, but that would be a good card to test that on, though. I mean, and then still we have the 370, which is cheaper. That's what that could do.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
AMD better be worried. No, I love when people say that. AMD better be worried, or Nvidia better be worried, or Intel better be worried.
Well, let's be honest with this. Let's be honest. It's me approaching the more PC people. Let's be honest about this. AMD did show that they have their NC, they have their Navi 6 coming out, 6000. They show that,
Yeah.
so they're gonna come and we'll see what that happens. But I do mean this, but the only person who has it rough right now is Intel. Let's just be honest.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Intel's
yes,
not-
definitely.
They're feeling a little sad right now.
Intel has it the worst. Okay, it sucks for them. They didn't think a lot of stuff, and then AMD came and took all their shares away from them.
Yeah.
They got caught. They literally got caught sleeping.
Yeah.
The arrogance got them. And so
Yeah, when
far,
you're in the market for how many years on top? Yeah, that's probably gonna happen.
but to be honest with people, and I gotta give shout outs again to Lisa Lou. Is Lisa Lou is her name?
Lisa Sue.
Sue. I apologize. Yeah. Lisa Sue. She's not lying on her morals because she's coming up with 4,000. She just keep on turning these motherfuckers out. She's not like, she's like, we gain back ground, but I'm not gonna act cocky. So whoever hired her and made her CEO, good choice. Good choice. Cause she's not like, okay, we're good, let's slow down. Let's not. She's 4,000 is around the corner next year. Dang.
Somebody give this employer a raise just because he hired this girl.
Yeah, she ain't joking. She's not like, oh, let's just relax. No, she's like, nah, let's keep on kicking it. We're basically now at the 4,000 series of the AMD CPUs. So that's what it is. But point taken though, yeah, we got, like I said, I'm gonna get, like I said, for me, like I would get me if when I build my PC, because like I said, the PC I'm right now, I'm gonna give to my sister. I have no problem getting a 38,000. I mean, a 3080. I have no problem getting that.
Yeah, I might get a 3080 too.
Yeah, I have no problem getting that. I could get that and keep my previous PC or what I have, use AMD Threadripper, and it'll do really good because it's just ridiculous. So I have no problem with that. And the price is why I'm saying that, because if the price was like 2,000, like the 2,000 price, I would have like, no, I'm not spending $800, $900, $1,200, $1,300 for a graphics card. No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's just all I'm saying. But hey, it's good. We're seeing stuff going on with gaming. I like it. It's fun. I'm seeing games I'm gonna buy. And last but not least, like I said, talking about it, I just got it today. Literally got it. And playing my because of Trip. Mostly been paying my my music.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about the whole people getting upset over the cartridge thing.
Let's
not.
It's simple. It's simple and stupid. It's simple and stupid. It's stupid because the cartridge, if the cartridge is on the cartridge, the 3D emblem is not centered, and it's a little bit, and the E rating is big, so you can make it look offset. But in Japan and UK, it's not that. And the thing is, to me, it's like, who cares? The game plays. Okay, is this brand new? Okay, I don't give a rat's ass.
Right.
People really got nothing to complain about. They really gotta dig deep.
Are we going to see a revision?
Yeah. That's stupid.
I think we need a revision in the gene pool is what we need.
Wow. Uh, so you're not wrong on that.
Yep. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's how crazy that is with that situation. And so it's just
Gaming
weird.
actually made much more money than any other of the entertainment industry. I'm always
Don't
bothered
say
by
that.
that. I'm always bothered by that because video games are so much more expensive than music and movies.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
what?
get what you're
Wait,
saying.
what about it?
The
No, you
whole
can't.
video games make so much more money than movies or music,
Yeah,
but
but
video games
when
are
you
so much more
consider,
expensive.
yeah, when you consider what goes into making them, unless maybe you're a 1 to 5 man indie team.
It's not a one. It's not a one to one. No, the point is not a one to one. Just really ain't.
Not a 1 to 1 comparison.
Yeah, what goes
No,
into
it's
some?
like
Go ahead, Konoshi. Go ahead.
it's like when you compare the financials of the movie or music industry compared to the video game industry. It's like comparing apples and oranges. Like, yeah, you'll probably have more people going to a movie or listening to music than playing a game, but they'll be paying so much less.
Yep.
Or probably just steal it.
That too.
Yeah, but there are, like I said, there's some movies that take there are a lot of more movies that cost just as much as games. Again, it's not a one to one comparison like you were saying. So it's what it is, man. At least,
The one edge so far at this point, games you got over the other industries for entertainment is not too much wokeness yet. At least it's still more about the fun until it's not, even with all the microtransactions and especially the people, the culture, the gamers.
Ooh.
yep.
Yeah, this year has not been disappointing in terms of games, but as usual, the gamers themselves, they sicken me.
Oh, we hear you on that.
Yep. I hear you on that. Oh well, it's just it's just what it is. So just speaking about that. But yeah, like I said, basically, I mean, like I'm looking at it. I got it. It's a little bit enjoyable. So hey, it is what it is.
5 years with the mustachio plumber. I know there's a certain guy with the internet out there who's not pleased, but F him.
You always gotta
Yeah,
be that guy.
I mean, people are complaining that they're also complaining, I guess, because it's emulated. It's running in an emulator.
Aren't they the same people who said that they've already emulated the games and have them on their computer? If that's the
Honestly,
case,
but
then
honestly,
if that's
if
the
they
case,
built
then
this, game from the ground up, people would still be mad. Oh, I can't use the
Yep.
same glitches I used to use to speed run the game.
You can't
That's
make
some BS.
can't make them happy.
Right. I'll make everyone happy.
Nintendo's a
It's not
weird
happening. Go ahead.
Nintendo's a weird company. You know, when
It
people
is.
hate them, people hate them. When people love them, people love them. They're just really weird like that.
Yeah.
I blame the hipsters infiltrating the gaming industry. That's why anything good and popular, bad. Anything bad, pop, and obscure, good.
Mhm.
Plus, they just have something about wanting to erase the past, erase anything old, and embracing the new.
True.
Ironic, erase the past, and yet you still asking for ports. But I digress.
Yeah, but they want the ports on a certain platform. Because if you have all the games on the certain platform, then somehow that's going to alleviate all the problems in the industry. Somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, that's it. Somehow you magically said that.
What can you do except play games? Or in this case, go to work.
Yep.
Let me just turn this
Oh.
thing off.
So
So that's yeah. It's just got its own thing of how things are.
Look, if there's anything that people should have learned during this whole year because of a certain, you know what, is that life can turn upside down in an instant. You gotta enjoy the time you have, not spend it, complain about essentially nothing. And I know that's laughable because it's the internet. That's all you do on there, but still.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll see how all that works out. But I think that, like I said, we talk about it. We got what we were stating there. So game came out. We're gonna do that. We have, of course, September 26th. We're gonna know more about certain things as well when it comes to this gaming thing. So with Hyrule Warriors, I've already seen. I've seen everybody have their wish lists. Some of their wish lists is a grandeur as hell.
Oh yeah,
Boy,
I thought mine was grandeur.
y'all gonna really y'all think you're gonna y'all
Be
crazy.
disappointed.
Yep. But y'all set yourselves up for this nonsense, so what am I to say anything?
I guess people crave the disappointment or crave the abuse.
Yeah. Well, you're right. So, like I said, thank you guys for chilling with us again and just talking about stuff. Like I said, they got games coming out. As you know, hell, you be hitting Kanoshi right now. He's been playing all. Is it Kanoshi or who that is?
Racking those buttons.
Yeah, we got games to play. That's the whole point. That's all I'm saying. We got games to play. So, with that said, thank you guys for joining us again. You know what I always say. There's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy games on all consoles, even PC. Good night.
Good night.
Enjoy your games.